Hi, John. It's so good to see you. What? Did you say something? Oh my gosh, Julia! I cried the whole way home. That was the worst breakup I've ever been through in my entire life. I'm sorry. I know we just met. I'm just like spilling out secrets. You just asked me how I'm doing today, right? Wow, your eyes. Name is Natalie. Sorry, Natalie. Yeah, I don't know what to do for fun. I don't really know. Your shirt and pants don't match. What? Are you trying to talk to me? You gotta talk a little bit louder. There's a lot of people trying to talk to me. It's like a large party. You gotta talk a little bit. What? I can't hear over your pants, your loud pattern on your pants. What is that, zebra? You like, how do you know Anna? How do you know people here? Do you know people here? No, I do too. I do know people. I'm not like a party crush. Hey, I'm good. How are you?
What's good, guys? It's your boy Josten J coming to you with another video. Let's cook, boys. Let's cook. All right. Women admit they act strange around attractive men on purpose in modern dating. Women are going to act strange for a lot of different reasons, okay? They're going to find out that, maybe a guy for the long term who's attractive, who can go elsewhere, isn't going to be better for them. And maybe sometimes that's what they really want, but they just don't know how to go about it. Let's get into these clips.
I cannot talk to men that I actually truly think are attractive. Oh my gosh, you would think that I'm not completely chopped. Right now I look chopped, but I'm not a chopped girl. But if I see a man that if I look at him and I'm like, oh my gosh, he's cute. I can't talk to you, bro. I can't talk to you, bro. I can't talk. It's so bad. I'm gonna have to have a chopped boyfriend. The only boyfriend I had was a guy that was chopped. And that's because I felt like I could actually talk to him. I was never nervous around him because I just didn't think he was cute like that. Which is really bad of me to say, but oh my gosh, today, for example, I saw a fine man, I saw a really cute guy. He was watching the soccer game, and I was like, fuck. And we were talking, but not. Bro, no, I couldn't. I cannot talk to him, but oh, he was cute. Bro, he was cute, he was cute, he was cute, he was cute. And I might see him again, but I'm not. And even if I do see him again, I'm not talking to you. I can't. I genuinely, but here's the thing, if he's not cute, the man's not cute, catch me freaking yapping, I can yap. And I don't give a frick, I don't care. But bro, God, that was a cute man that I saw today. When he walked in, I was like, oh!
The number one reason why a lot of women downplay attractive men or they don't find them suitable for relationships is because when you're a man who's attractive, well-rounded, and you actually know your worth, there's never gonna be a point in the relationship or your dealings with her where she can play games with you. Where she can play ring around the rosy. You'll be like a dog chasing your tail trying to make her happy. No, because you could just go elsewhere. All off of the self-respect. And you being attractive is more than your looks. It's being a respectable man. You understand? So women know other men are going to chase after them. You understand how that goes? So when a man ain't going for anything, it intimidates a woman. A lot of men who are in relationships, right? Who don't view themselves as attractive, or they're just not conventionally attractive, they chase their woman around. Their woman bosses them around. So, even when it goes back to what she said originally, when I see an attractive guy, I just can't talk to him. But if I see a guy who's whatever, I'm just yapping all day. It's the same thing. If I'm in a relationship with an attractive guy who respects himself, I ain't gonna be yapping all day. It ain't about to be about what I want 24/7. She's gonna have to build. You understand? Whether it's simple conversation or down the line, all rules apply. What did I tell you? When they see you, they don't run shit here. When they see the other guy, I run shit here. That's how they think. Let's get the next one.
Sometimes if I see an attractive man walking down the street, I will do everything I can to look away from him because I don't want him to think that I'm checking him out. And you know why? Because that will give him confidence. And you know who doesn't need more confidence? Men. So if he's with a woman, I will check her out. I will not look at him. I will check her out because you know who needs more confidence? Women.
I tell you this all the time. Shout out to Ron Wills. He talks about being select and non-select. Non-select men would say, you're thinking too much. That's not really true. When you're an attractive guy, when you're select, you go through these experiences where women are ignoring you, going out of their way to ask somebody else to ask you a question and stuff like this. And you're like, wait a minute, what the hell's going on? Because they don't want you to see just how much they like you or that they're interested in you. They have to tone it back. That's one of the clues that women give it away with. when they're acting like you're not there, when they're acting like they can't stand you, and you've never had a true back and forth with them. You've never given them negative energy, you understand? So when somebody comes around and talks about it, dudes who are attractive are like, this has happened to me, or this is currently happening to me. Like, oh shit. You understand? But non-select dudes don't get it. Women go out of their way to ignore men who they find attractive because it's like, I gotta take you down a notch. And it's very strange. It's very awkward. It's very weird. And you're like, what the hell did I do to you? It's nothing. It's not even a big deal. When you actually understand what's going on, you're actually not flattered, but I don't know what word I'm looking for, but it's kind of like you just chuckle to yourself because you actually understand what's going on. Select dudes go through this. But when a woman is ignoring you, I mean, they want you to see it. They want you to feel it. That's the funniest part about it, because you will. If you don't give a damn, why are you ignoring this guy? You know why? Because you do not know how to go about talking to him. You do not know how to act around him. So by default, you act strange. Crazy how somebody can make you start moving a certain way just off of their energy, isn't it? Let's get the next one.
When I see a fine ass man, when I'm out and about, I try to avoid making eye contact at all costs. Cause baby, no, you ain't finna ruin my life. I'll ruin yours before you ruin mine. No. And it's very rare to see a very attractive man out and about in the wild. And the first thing I think is, nigga, you probably gonna ask me for some money and shit. You think you look so good? You probably have all type of women giving you money and doing all this and that. Nope. Nope. You can't look as good as me. I ain't going. But you look good. Yeah, you look good. And then they be trying to make eye contact with me. They'll look me up and down like, girl, look at me. No.
Now remember the saying, you think you're all that. It's really no, you think that he's all that. You think that he's all that. Now, this is why a lot of men who are in shape, who are attractive, well-rounded, not that they play dumb, but they don't emphasize their good looks, their height, their clothes, the way they carry themselves, their physique. They don't emphasize it. They don't harp on it because they don't want to be seen as cocky and arrogant, because women are already looking at them like they're cocky and arrogant. They have all these things in their head, right? So this actually helps men. Men are always going to adjust. But with this whole eye contact thing, going out of her way to not look at him because this, that, and the third, men are going to be able to get around that. This is what men have to do in order to progress in the game. But it's just so funny that they act strange like this and they have all these things in their head when a man ain't saying nothing. His physique speaks for himself. His clothes speak for himself. His frame speaks for himself. His posture speaks for himself. And they're instantly looking at this guy saying, I bet this guy is somebody, but it ain't true a lot of the times. This is why they shoot themselves in the foot. How are you judging somebody for looking presentable? How are you judging somebody for looking good? You understand? Because there's not a lot of competition. And what I mean by that is most men don't try. Most men don't care. So they're walking around and they just treat dudes the same. They look over dudes. But then when an attractive man steps in the situation, oh, he thinks he's different. No, it's not that he thinks he's different. He is different. It's just insecurities and projecting. So why are you acting strange? Because once again, they don't know how to approach the situation. Let's get the next one.
See, I like pretty boys. I do. Sue me. The problem with a lot of them is they know they're pretty. They're usually evil spawns of Satan because they know they can get away with it. And look, I can't be with a man who thinks he's cuter than me. That's like, baby, you're the boy. Why are you acting like you're the prize? But I really don't know if that type of pretty boy that isn't ego-driven and obsessed and in competition with you actually exists. If they do, I haven't found them yet. So if the boys that look like girls aren't working out, maybe the answer is a girl who looks like a boy. Oh my god, what the fuck? Who said that? A fucking weirdo?
Attractive men are not in competition with women. Conventionally attractive men, well put together men who take themselves seriously, they're not in competition with women. That makes no sense. If anything, the competition is with themselves. And let's say it was with men, like I said before. Most men don't give a damn. Most men don't try. Most men don't keep their beard lined up, shape up crisp, haircut every week, clothes matching, physique is on point, chest, pecs, pectoral muscles instead of tits, abs instead of belly. You understand? Most men don't care. So what are you talking about? See, women are going to want control in relationships. Now, that's not to say that they wouldn't have some control, you know, over themselves and the dynamic, but here's the thing. When they're dealing with the guy who's confident, when they're dealing with the guy who other women want, this is the thing, man. Women want guys who other women want as long as they don't get replaced, if that makes any sense. They want to be the woman to conquer that guy. They want to be the woman that made that guy change. They want to be the woman that, you understand, and it continues. But they don't want this guy to exercise his options and go elsewhere, replace her in the face of disrespect, in the face of playing games with his emotions, in the face of undermining him, in the face of anything. They want him to stay put. They want all the benefits, but they don't want to sacrifice. You understand? You have to follow his lead, give good energy and reciprocate, and you will get that back, and he'll pour back into your cup. But a lot of these women want control. So it's just a bunch of projecting. You know, I can't have some guy who's more attractive than me. Why would you even talk like that? Because it all goes back to control. See, when a guy respects himself, that's also attractive. It's not just his looks. They can't play with that man. So that's when all of this nonsense and this talk comes out. Let's get the next one.
I was talking to an older woman at my job today about dating culture. I was telling her how I'm like on social media, guys, it's being pushed for women not to chase a man, right? We don't do that. But it's also being pushed now for men not to chase the woman. So where does that leave us? Where does that fucking leave us? If I like somebody, I'm not allowed to I'm not supposed to chase them. And also, they're pushing, like, women right now, don't do anything for a man. Don't do anything for a man. Don't offer to do nothing for a man. My love language is like gift giving and acts of kindness. What does that leave me? I'm so confused, bro. Like, what the fuck do you do? What am I supposed to do? Ladies, what are you doing if you're listening to those rules? How is dating working out for you? Genuinely tell me, because I don't know.
No, attractive men don't have to chase. This is one of my favorite video titles ever. Attractive men don't have to chase. And women are going to run into this problem, right? And this is another reason why women will act strange with you. Because 9 times out of 10, with most guys, if they act distant, if they act cold, if they act nonchalant, a guy is going to continue to keep chasing behind them to try to fix things, figure out what's wrong, plan another date. You understand? Make the date better than the last date and all of this stuff. Attractive men can say, no, I'm going to go over here where I'm more accepted and appreciated. Most men don't have that option. They have to sit there and keep taking crap, or they're not getting anything. Attractive men don't have to chase. And I want this to be known. If you respect yourself and you know that you can go elsewhere, you've gotten good treatment from women before, don't ever settle for a woman acting strange, hot and cold. She's got all these issues that you need to work through. No, she needs to work through her own issues, because that's the reason why women act strange, because they know that you're going to try to, well, they assume that you're going to chase behind them, because here's the thing. Women don't see outside of themselves. So with the simps, with the suckers, with the less attractive men, the less appealing men, they all try to lump you in together. They're testing at first to see if you do chase behind them so they can put you in that bucket right there. Remember what I said. Sometimes your position in a woman's life is to check her without even trying. Give her a reality check, more should I say. Give her a reality check that all men aren't going. All men aren't like that. Pretty much. All men are not like that. Sometimes you're going to get with her. Sometimes you're going to just be there for that reason. Because see, when they go to test, if you fall for it, you go in the bin of guys who are unattractive. When you don't go for it and you respect yourself, oh shit, there's one of those dudes. And guess what? If you really respect yourself, you won't look back. So that's an opportunity that she missed. Attractive men don't have to chase. So all of this nonsense on the internet that's telling them that you don't have to chase and he blah, 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 and men are being told they don't have to chase. No. Listen, flat out. Attractive men who have their life together, right? Who got the bag, who are in shape, who are good judges of character, who like discipline and routine. They're not complaining about inflation and going to work every day. They're the guys that will hold it down, that can actually hold you down. They're not playing games with you. So it's either you're going to get on the good foot or you're not. They don't have to chase. You can act strange all you want. It's not going to change the fact that they can go elsewhere. So this was women admit they act strange around attractive men on purpose in modern dating. Hope you guys got a lot out of it. It's your boy Josten J. Get with you boys in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go, boys. Let's go.